What if I told you, before your next sales call, you could know everything about your prospect, their pain points, their bad reviews, their market position, even their tech stack, all in one single report, which is automated, without even lifting a single fingers of yours. So whether you are doing a cold emailing or jumping on a Discovery call, so context is going to be your secret weapon. But let's be honest, manual research takes the time and almost maximum people skip it. That's exactly where this automation changes the game. I have built an research automation tool using n8n that pulls the real-time data about your prospect, their company. It will generate a clean, actionable report with everything your sales teams to know, and to personalize outreach or to crush that meeting, so that deal will be yours. But for this, you just need to plug in a LinkedIn profile or the company name. So it will go and boom, it will pull the recent news, good reviews, bad reviews, pain points, their company description, their competitors, their tech stack. Then it will use the API to write a complete report to your prospect. So in this report, what we will be having? So in that, we will be having the company overview, then the prospect details, prospect keen interest, then their unique facts, then the recent news, competitor landscape, bad reviews, business bottleneck, their pain points, and the solutions which you want to suggest. So this kind of a report will be there. So this is not a generic flow, but this gives your team a laser focus insights to start a real conversation, solve real problems, and close more deals faster and faster. It's like having a research analyst or strategist, but it's the automated. This is going to be a fully step-by-step tutorial in which I will be walking you through the exact n8n flow, the APIs, even the errors that I ran into, and how I fix them. It is going to be a real behind-the-scenes build process. So if you want me to build this kind of automation for your business, or you have a different automation in your mind that can unlock your growth, boost the conversations, and cut the manual work, here I can help you. I only work with a few clients at a time to keep things ultra focused and high impacting. So that it's something you are interested in, then reach out to me. Let's have a call. So the design of this tutorial is going to be like this. So if you are using you may be using any code for the code meeting, or you may be using the Phantom Buster, or you have the LinkedIn research data at your end. So we will be using that. Or if you have already scheduled a call, then you need to research about your prospect, then you can use this. So you need to fill the one form which is having the LinkedIn URL fill, and in that you need to pass the LinkedIn URL. So for this tutorial, and we'll be using an form which will take the LinkedIn URL, and this is how we are gathering the lead information. Then this lead information will go into the research page. In the research page, what we are going to do, in that we will be fetching the user's persona, advance the LinkedIn profile details, then LinkedIn's recent post, that is we will be considering the 30 days post, then the company details like the overview, target audience, market position, competitors, pain points, and the social presence. And also we are fetching their reviews, but we are only fetching the 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star reviews using the Trustpilot. Trustpilot will give us the proper results about their reviews. Then after gathering this data, we will be doing some reasoning based on that and crafting a proper HTML template using this data. Before that, we will be doing the analysis on this data. So for that, we will be using our AI agents for the reasoning purpose. So there are going to be two different reasonings. One for the persona, that is the user's persona, and second is going to be for the companies. So in the user persona, we will be analyzing the interest. We will be finding the interest of the persona. Then what are the unique facts about that person? Then the profile overview. In the company, we will be looking at their overview, their market position, then the top competitors, who are their top competitors, then the recent news, then the tech they are using, the issues or the bad reviews, then what pain points they have. And currently I am running the automation agency. So for me, I will be suggesting, I have created a different prompt like suggesting the solution for suggesting this automation solution for their company, then the social presence. So all this information we will be having in a report format. Then after that, we will be just creating a proper HTML with this persona and the company's detail, and we will be sending this data over the email, or we will be plugging in that data into the CRM for the send the report for the sales call preparation, or highly personalized outreach with the pain points and the solutions. So it will work like a magic. So to create this workflow, we need to first hop onto our n8n screen. Then we need to create a workflow. So give a proper name to it. Then we need to fetch the LinkedIn URL. So either we can get it from the already presented data, or we can add a form. In that we can add one field, that is the LinkedIn URL, and we can use. So to simulate this, I'm using on form submission trigger. So here we need to add the title of that form. So the title of that form is LinkedIn research. LinkedIn research. Then the description is, let's give the same as same description. You can give any description. So the field name is LinkedIn URL. So now let's test this step. So it is we need to check that it is generating a proper form and taking the input or not. So after clicking on it, it will create another window with the form, and we need to provide all the details into the form. So for this tutorial purpose, we will be using one profile. So the profile is this one, Andrew Gazdicki. So he is the founder and CEO of Acquire.com. So let's copy this URL onto our research agent. Let's use this. So we need to research it. So to research it, we need to use one third-party tool, that is the Relevance AI, which is similar to the our n8n. But the thing is that we need to use that for this research purpose, because in the n8n there is no node available to get the LinkedIn data. So that's why we need to use the Relevance AI. So for that, we need to import the one workflow which I am attaching into this description into the that tool, that is the Relevance. So firstly you need to go on to the Relevance and you have to sign up. Then you need to import that tool. So let me show you. First login into it. Then you need to import that. So here is the option to import it. So you need to import. After importing it, in the tools you can see the LinkedIn research tool. So big shout out to Kia for providing this Relevance AI workflow for the LinkedIn research tool. So in this LinkedIn research tool, you will see there are multiple nodes to get the research data. So here are the input nodes. So we will be taking the input as LinkedIn URL and the interval for the post interval. So we will be not only fetching the LinkedIn data, we will be also fetching the details of the previous posts. So here we need to pass the number of days for which we need to retrieve the post. Then here is the URL, that means API node is added here to get the LinkedIn post, and to filter the post, here one more node is added. So here there is a logic to filter the post using the Python. So it will filter the post as per the provided days. Then we need to get LinkedIn profile. So here is one more node to get the LinkedIn profile. So that's it for this Relevance AI workflow. Now we need to use this. To use this, we need to go onto this or click onto this use. So after clicking onto this use, so here is an API option present. Just click on this API option, and here they expose the multiple endpoints. So firstly you need to generate an API key. Then this is the request body, you need to use this. Then here is the sample curl, we can use this also. And here is the sample JavaScript code to make the post request using this API. So let's first go on to our research tool. Then back to the canvas, add the node, that is the HTTP response node, HTTP request node, HTTP request node. In the HTTP request node, the method which we are using, that is the post. Select the post option here, then the URL. So the URL is this. We can use this endpoint. Just copy this URL and paste it here. So after pasting it here, in the expression you can see that they have added one key, that is the project. So it is added in the query parameter. So we need to remove this, and then in the send query parameters we can add this field. So the field name is project. So just copy this, control and paste it here. So this project key will be passed with the query parameters. Then we need to add the API key. So let's see where they are passing the API key. So it is passing the API key in the authorization in the header. So let's copy this authorization, go on to our research agent, send headers. In the headers we need to give the name. So name is authorization and the value. So we need to generate the value here. Generate the value, just click on this generate API key. Just copy this key and paste it here in the value. So after pasting it here, we need to pass the body to it. So just click on the body, and either we can specify the body parameters like this, or we can use JSON. So I prefer JSON, so I will be using this. Just copy this request body and paste it here. In the LinkedIn URL string, we need to pass this LinkedIn URL. So drag it and drop it here. Okay, just Control X, Control V. Yeah, so and the last X days, that is the I will be selecting the 30 days. So let's test this step if it is working or not. It should work. So this is how the documentation helps us to get the access and details of the API. So yeah, so this is working, and now we can see the all about information, then the all required information like about education, experiences, and all other things. Here we got all the things. So now in the next node, what we need to do, we need to research about its company. So what that company does, means all the information related to that company which is available on the internet, and we need to take it in the proper format to be used. Like we need to use the we can say that the pain points, what are the target customer, target audiences, who are their target audience, what they are selling, about overview of that company, then a lot of other information. So for that we need to use the one tool, that is the Perplexity. So the Perplexity is a tool which researches about the anything. So let me just show you how this tool works. Perplexity. After going on to the Perplexity, you have to sign up. So just search anything like describe n8n. Okay, so this pro research, what it does, it will researches through it will go through all the available LinkedIn URL, the Google search URLs, and find the proper data from that. So n8n is an open source workflow automation tool designed to streamline process by connecting various applications. Then the key features, then how, advantages, pricing, all the information it has given to us, and the related related also it has generated. So these are the images, and here are the sources. If you go on to the sources, here they mention all the sources from which it is referring all this information. So it will be almost 99% correct information. So that's why we will be using this for our research purpose. So for that, you need to just go on to this Perplexity, then log into it. After logging into it, you need to go on to the its API section. In the API section, you need to copy its API and you have to use it. So I'm going on to the API section. I have already added the balance to it, so that's why I can use this. Let's see the documentation how we can do its API integration into our n8n. So let's click on this quick start. So clicking on the quick start, here are the multiple steps which is given here. So we need to we need to add the money to it, then generate the API key. After generating the API key, we need to copy it. So to make the API call, it has created one call, that is this one. So here we can see that the request URL is this, then the header are this, then the what it needs the data inside, it needs the model and the messages. So we will be using the similar kind of structure, or I will show you one trick. Just copy it, go on to our research agent, then just create one new tool add new node, that is the HTTP request. Inside that, here is one option, that is the import CURL, import curl. Just paste it here, just import it. So after importing it, you can see that it has automatically selected the method, then URL, authentication. So what all information it is needed, that is the header, what it expects, accepts, then the authorization and all the information which is required. So it has created all those. So now we need to change this authorization. Here we need to pass this API key. So let me copy my API key. So I have copied my API key, move on to the research agent, and I'm pasting it here. So after pasting it, we need to give the prompts to it, that is the message to the prompt to the system and prompt to the prompt of the user. So for that, I have already created one prompt, so I will be using that. So the prompts are like, so the prompts are this. So let's see in the B window. So the prompt is system prompt is you are a research assistant. Your task is to gather detailed and relevant information about a company, and your goal is to provide a comprehensive overview that can help a business development or sales team to quickly understand the company's operation, marketing position, potential pain points, and please research the following about the company. That is the company overview, what does the company do, then what are the services they offer, target audience, market position, competitors, then who are the leadership, then the recent news about this, then the tech stack, what tools or the platform or the CRM they are using, then the challenges or pain point, then what are the social presence about that company, and it needs to return the data into this format. So I have created this using the chat GPT. You can also use the chat GPT and create the prompt. And the user prompt, I have just given the simple prompt, that is to find all the information about the company. Inside that, I have given the company name, company's company's name, and here we have provided the website URL of the company. So here is the company website. So if we test it now, then it will provide us the proper response which is needed to us about the interview. So let's pin this data and let's see what information it has given. So here is the model, then all the uses. So these are the uses. So how many tokens it has used, then the citations. So it has used all these sites for the research purpose. So these are the all details of the sites. Then the content, I need some of the companies important for again. So could you please clarify or share the specific company website? So I think it has not picked the proper data, so we need to give the proper. Okay, so it is like a fixed we need to click on the expression to be treated it as an expression. So now it will treat this as an expression. Let's open this in a big window and let's see if it is treating it as a expression or not. So here you can see that in the company name it has given the name and the company URL. It has created the proper URL. So let's test it again. Unpin and test. So it is taking some time because it is doing research. Yeah, so it is showing the uses, then the citations which they use. Acquire.com, about Acquire, SaaS Club, these are the citations they have used. Then the content it has created, that is the JSON, company name, overview, and lot other things that we ask for the target audience and the other information. So if you want to see this data in a proper format, then we can add one JSON code node to properly format it. So to properly format this, we need to add one code node here. Code. We can give the name as format on formatted research. Formatted company research. Company research is the proper name for this. So what we need to do, let's see the data first, how this data it has written. So if you can see this data, so this is the proper, I think this is the proper JSON. It has just appended this three codes here, single quotes and the JSON. So if we can remove this, then you will be having the proper data. Let's see what is in the ending. So in the ending, it has just added these three single quotes. So we need to remove this, and after that we can just pass it. Then we will get the proper JSON data. So let's do it. So for that we need to create one regex. Firstly, just take the content in a variable, that is the where that data equals to. So we will be using this content, so let's drag it and drop it here. So this is the content. After that, so it is taking the it will take some time, so I'm fast forwarding this process. So here just what I have done, I have just taken this the content into one variable and use that variable to replace this starting triple single quotes JSON and the ending this triple single quotes, and we have trimmed this. So we will be having the proper data, and in the return statement what I have done, just I have taken this data into one variable, that is the company data, and I have just parsed this data using the JSON parse method. So we will be having this output. So this is the company data, company name, Oreo. So you can see that what all the pinpoints are there. Then the social presence, content summary, then the recent news, competitors, target audience. So this all information it has given to us. So let's pin this data so we can use this data for the next nodes. So now we got the data. So now we need to validate, means we need to fetch the reviews from the one URL, that is the one tool, that is, we can say that that tool is. So we need to fetch the data from the Trustpilot. So with the help of the Trustpilot, Trustpilot is the site where all the reviews are present. So we will be fetching that data. So for to use this Trustpilot, we will be using the Apollo Scraper. So Apollo Scraper will provide us one API, and that will be used to fetch the reviews. So let's go on to the Apollo Scraper. So there are multiple scrapers are present here. We will be using just Trustpilot here. So let's first go here. After that, you need to search for the Trustpilot. In the all actors, go to all actors. Go to store. Here search for the Trustpilot. After searching it, you need to select this Trustpilot Review Scraper. So it is less costly, so that's why we will be using this. So to use this, we need to add the company domain, then the range, then what are the ratings we will be fetching the reviews for. Then here is the one more option, is the verified reviews or not, and all those information. So to use this, we need to add, means we need to click on this API and we need to get its API endpoints. After clicking on API endpoints, it has given us the multiple APIs, that is the run actor synchronously, run actor synchronously, and get dataset items, get actor, get list of actors version, get list of actor webhooks, update actors. So we need to fetch the dataset items. So for that, we will be using this run actors synchronously and get data items. So what is the meaning of synchronous is that it will fetch the data in a synchronized way instead of asynchronous, like the other background processes. Means it will not be considered as a background process. It will first fetch the data and then other processes will work. Till that, no processes will work. So let's copy this and go on to our n8n. Just add one more HTTP request. In the HTTP request node, we need to now use this. No, let's use this only. Okay, let's do one thing. We will add this in import curl. Let's see what it does. Let's import it. Couldn't import. Oh, it's not an curl. So yeah, just copy this URL here. Go on to this expression, open it in a big window, and here it has passed the token in the query parameter. So instead of that, we need to just remove from here and pass it in a query parameter. So here just paste the value here, copy this token word, Ctrl+X, then paste it in a name, remove this question mark. So now we are ready to fetch the data. Let's see. So it is saying that it's a bad request, please check your parameters, company domain is required, input is not valid. Okay, yeah, right. Just go on to its documentation and let's see what all information is needed. Run actors synchronously and get data items. Okay, let's do one thing. Instead of using the get, let's see for the instead of using the post request, let's check the get if there is any get request present for that. Okay, list of APIs, API references, text synchronously, get list of actor version, get list actor. Okay, I don't think it is providing us any get dataset items API. So just go on to its API references. After going on to its API references, let's see what all information it is needed. In the response structure, it needs dependent form vaccinations. Yeah, here is all the data. Let's do one thing. Go here. Let's click on this test endpoint. And saying that invalid input is not valid. Will inputs dot company domain is required. Okay, be back. in the manual, instead of manual, just click on this JSON. So what all the data it has created. Yeah, so just copy this data. After copying this data, go on to our n8n node and send inside the send body, paste that data using JSON, paste it. So after pasting it here, here in the company domain, I remove this and add the company name. Sorry, we need to add the company domain, right? For that we need to add the company URL. So company's URL we can fetch it using this HTTP request. It is a company domain, so directly use the company domain only. Okay, so it has pasted at the ending, so instead of that we need to add it here in against the company domain. So let's paste it. So the count, so we will be fetching the 5 count and replies to it also true. Then sort recency, right? Starts 1 to 3. Yeah, start page is 1 and verifier is false, so we can keep it as false. Let's test this step now. Now it should work. So sometimes this happens that we forgot some information. Let's see if it is working or not. So it will take some time because it is using the Apollo scraper to scrap it. Yeah, so it has scrapped all the information. So here you can see that the review URL and all this information we got. So now let's do one thing. So this information is not in a proper format. So here is the review URL, here is the review body, and here is this different objects in the reply messages, and the multiple reviews are there. So we need to either we can get the data into the in a string format or in another format for the analysis purpose. Let's see. So now we have all the information. So now let's provide this information to the AI agents for the analysis purpose. So it will do its proper analysis using the reasoning models and provide us the proper information. Then we need to add means we need to create a proper report from that. So for that we will be require the HTML for that. So let's see how we can do that. So now after fetching the company's reviews, we can see the data. Here are the means too much data is present here. Here review URL, author name, date, publish, review headline, review body. We don't require all this information for the analysis purpose. We just require the review given by the person or the reply and the reply to that review. So for that, what we need to do, we need to clean this data. To clean this data, we will be adding one node for the cleaning this data. So code node we will be using. So we will be cleaning this using the JS. So for that, firstly we need to fetch all this data. So to fetch this data, we need to create one variable, that is the where data. Inside the data, we need to fetch all this information which is which has given by the previous node. For that, just type input dot all. It's dollar input all. Yeah. So after that, we need to see what data it is giving us. So for that, just console.log what all information is present here in the data. So I think it should it will have the all the information related to, means it will be having the all the information in a array kind of structure. So assuming this, I am just creating one where output reviews a variable which will be the array. So it will be storing the array of the object. Then we need to iterate over this data. So for that, just create one variable for review of this data, and after that we need to create one temporary object, that is the var obj. In the temporary object, what we are going to do, we will be adding this review body and the reply to it. So for that we need to add here, that is a review, and we need to provide the value here. Then reply, here also we need to provide the value, but we don't know what is the value here. For now, just comment these fields and inspect it first. Just click on the inspect. After inspecting it, it will create the inspect section. So I will be creating it in right doc right. Go on to its console, clear this window. Let's test this step. Let's see what is in it. So here is the data. Inside the data we have the JSON. So inside the data, first we have the array. In the array, if you see, we have the JSON. In the JSON we have all this information. So we need to fetch the reply message from here. So what we can do, just uncomment this and use it like review dot JSON dot first what we need, that is the review. So we need to fetch the review body. Then here in the reply we need to have review dot JSON dot reply message. So let's close this. So this is the object. In that we will have these two data, review and reply. Then after that we need to put that object into the output review array. So for that, output review dot push, inside add our object, and after that just create, we need to return it. To return this we need to use in the return, just create one object. Inside that object, reviews, the key will be the reviews and the value is going to be output reviews. It's output reviews. So let's see it is returning these details properly or not. Yeah, so here we can see that we got one reviews array. Inside we have the reviews and the reply in a proper object. So we will be using this data. So let's pin this data first. So we have pinned this data. So these reviews are ready to use. So till now we have gathered all the required information, all the required data, reviews and company information, profile information. But now it's the time to use all the information to craft and proper reasoning and proper analysis of that data, so that we can have a proper research. So for that we will be using OpenAI's O1 reasoning model. So let's select the OpenAI. In the OpenAI, select a message model. In the message model we need to select a model. To select a model, just click here and just write O1. So O1 is a model which is used for the reasoning. So I'm just selecting the O1 mini model. So actually the OpenAI has launched multiple reasoning models. So O1 is one of them. Then we need to add one prompt. So I have already crafted a prompt for it. So just I will be using that prompt. I have pasted this prompt. Now let's check it. So here I have given the URL research and analysis assistant helping sales professional to prepare for a meeting by analyzing LinkedIn profile data. Your job is to process the profile data and generate a concise yet insightful overview of the person. Then the final output must be clean, structured HTML formats. For directly viewing or embedding into the email, it should include short forward description, then unique facts, and then the key interest. So I have already told him to give us the result in a proper HTML format to be used. Otherwise, we need to use that data and craft a proper HTML template for it. So instead of that, we will be just giving the command to AI to give the result in the HTML format. So now here we need to provide the information of that profile in the JSON format or a string format, in any format. So for that, I'm just fetching that data. So where is that data? So it's in the HTTP request. The HTTP request, here is the LinkedIn profile data. Just copy this and drag it here. Let's see in the result format. So it is saying that unpin node code and execute. Let's see if it is working or not. I don't think it will work. It is saying that error, but let's see again. Yeah, it has created the error. Using the item method does not work with the pin data. In this scenario, please unpin the code and drag in. So let's do one thing. So we needed the LinkedIn profile details and we need to provide it here. So one thing we can do that, first we can convert all the data into a JSON string, and we will be using that JSON string and we will be passing that JSON string to the OpenAI's model. So it will be having all the JSON data related to that LinkedIn URL, and it will use that and give us the proper result which we wanted. So for that, before the OpenAI's node, just create one code node. So here just search for the code, select the code node, give a proper name to it. So we will be giving the name as profile string, profile STR. Yeah. So I have renamed this. So now we need to fetch this data from the HTTP request. From the HTTP request, we want this LinkedIn profile details. So firstly, remove this all the data, copy it here. Okay. Then take it in a variable, that is the variable profile JSON equal to this data. So now we got the data. After that, we need to return its string version. So for that, just return object, then give a proper name, proper key name, profile STR, then just give JSON dot stringify. So this is the function which will parse this JSON into the string format. So pass the data which we want to for that data we need to stringify that data. So here we will get the stringify output. It is saying that expect unexpected token. Yeah, it's actually the practice of giving the semicolon, so that's why this error. So let's see, it is saying that shorthand property assignment are not valid. Yeah, here I have given the equal to instead of the colons. Now let's test this step. These are the small mistakes which causes these issues. So here you can see that it has crafted one proper string, that is the profile STR. It is having the proper JSON string. So this is all the data. Back to the canvas, go on to our OpenAI's node. In the OpenAI's node, go on to its expression, open it in a big format, big window. So here instead of this, here is the LinkedIn profile data to analyze it, have all the information. Just remove this and add the profile STR here. So now it will have all the information related to that profile and it will use that information to craft the proper results to us. So let's see. So here we can see that it has crafted a proper HTML. In the proper HTML, it has given us the data. So let's see if it has given us the proper details or not. So here is the description. So it has added the profile picture first, and it has given the description about the interview, then the unique facts, then the keen interest. So yeah, it has given us all the information which we wanted. So now we got all the information regarding to that profile. So now we have to fetch all the information related to the company. So what are the pain points, what are the other information? So let's see how we can do that. So for that also we will be using OpenAI's messenger model node to analyze this, and we will be using the reasoning model for this, and it will give us the proper result. So for that, just click OpenAI. In the OpenAI, please select the messenger model node. After selecting a messenger model node, you have to select the O1 mini or any model which you want. So I am selecting the O1 model. Let's select the O1 model. Now here we need to select the role as the user, and we need to give the prompt. So for the prompt, I told you that I have already crafted the prompt for our tutorial. So we'll be using this and we'll be explaining you that. So the prompt, is this. I'm pasting it here. So the prompt is like, you are a research analyst, a research analysis assistant. Your task is to help business development and sales team understand the company deeply and identify how AI-powered automations systems can solve their core problems. So we'll be given a string of structured research data that is about a company. It will include company name, description, target audience, market position, competitors, leadership team, tech stack, recent news, negative reviews or known issues, pain points. And your goal is to generate a detailed, clean and visually structured HTML report that includes the following structure. So it should have the company overview, market position and competitors, recent news, tech stack, known issues, business pain points, AI automation opportunities or the tailored solutions. Then the bonus insights, that is the what are this unique facts and the social media activity or additional signals. Then it needs to use a clean, readable HTML formatting with headings, paragraphs and list structures wherever needed. Make it visually easy to read and structure, so as a salesperson can quickly absorb the information for a pitch. So these are the input placeholders. So it needs to structure data and so like this, and data to be used. Firstly, we need to give the content. So company's research. Then we need to give the reviews. So let's see what all information means, how to fetch this in all information. So we have already created review research node. So just remove this and select this reviews and paste it here. So now we got the reviews object. Now we have to give the content to it about the company research. So company research, so how will be means what we will be using for the company research is, so we already created when we fetch the data using the Perplexity node. So we will be passing that data here and giving it to this model. So let's get that data. So that data was in the okay, here is the formatted company research. Okay, so let's do one thing, just drag this and drop it here, formatted company research. Okay, it is showing some error. Drag this company data here and drop it here. What it is saying, n8n.json company data. It has all the data, unpin node code and execute. It is saying that unpin the node code and execute it. So we can do that also, but I think instead of passing the object to it, we should pass the JSON string to it. So let's go on to the formatted research company node. Formatted company research node. Yeah, so this one was the node. Here we are passing the JSON parse, so it is creating the object. So instead of that, let's do one thing. Instead of passing the JSON using the JSON parse, we use just JSON stringify and return this data. So now let's test this step. Unpin and test. Yeah. So it has given us the data in the stringifier format. So now use this stringified data for our model as a user prompt. So open it in a B window. So yeah, so now it is showing in the green line. It means it is working. So here is the data. In the review object, it is showing the object. Why it is showing the object? Okay, we need to pass it in the string format. Otherwise, it will not give us the result in a proper way. So let's go on to the review objects node. Here is the review object. Yeah, this one is the node. Rename this node first. Reviews. Okay, in the reviews, what we need to do, we are passing the object here. So instead of the passing the object here, we need to give it string. Let's convert it into the string. So string object to string, and in the output also we need to give it as a string. Dot to string. So now let's see. Unpin and test. Yeah. It is showing the object. Okay, so what it has done, we're saying that it has pushed the object, but object.toString should be here. We need to convert it to the string. Convert this into the string. Object dot. This is one thing. JSON dot stringify and pass obj here because it's a JSON object. Let's test it now. Yeah, so it has created a proper JSON string here. So now let's give that to this OpenAI's node. So let's rename it first. So the name should be like company analysis plus pain points. Yeah. So this is the name of this, and let's see its expression. In the expression, yeah, so it has proper details. So the proper content to be used, and reviews object we need to add here. We need to remove this one. And from the reviews, we need to drag it and drop it here. Yeah. Let's execute the previous node first, so that this data will be available to this. Let's see. And it should work. It's taking some time. Yeah. So the workflow is executed successfully. So now let's test our workflow. Let's test this node. It is showing us the error. Why it is showing us the error? Open the expression node. It is saying that not able to understand which nodes to use. Okay. We need to pass the content here or the company. So we have the reviews in the proper format. Where is the company data? So this is the formatted company's data. It is in the string. Let's give it here. What it is showing? It is showing that can't determine which items to use. Let's go on to this company's data. So let's see what it is written to us. Company data, formatted company research. Yeah. We are given the data in a stringify format. It has the strings. Unpin and test this data. Yeah. Let's pin this data again. Go on to our this node. Let's see now. It is loaded. After loading this, let's see. So yeah, has got this data, and then let's go on to this reviews node. The reviews node just run only this because it takes some time for the OpenAI's model to design. Let's test this step. So let's pin this data. Yeah, so this data is pinned now in the company analysis and pain point. Here, let's see this expression. And now we have the reviews and the content. Now let's test out this work on this step. It is also giving us the result in the HTML format. So we will be using this results and its previous nodes result and combining it and creating one report and giving that. So we're saying that review using the item method does not work with the pin data. In this scenario, please unpin the reviews. It's showing saying that unpin the reviews. Okay, let's unpin it. The profile SDR, they're not using the profile SDR, viewing or using the reviews. Unpin this data, back to the canvas, test step. Is it because of the model? Is unpinned reviews. So yeah, we have unpinned the reviews. Let's do one thing. Change the model to O1 mini. Let's see if it is giving error for this model also. Yeah, it is saying that using the item method doesn't work with the pin data. In this scenario, please unpin reviews and try again. But we are getting the data in a proper way, proper format. Formatted company research. Let's go on to the formatted company research. Formatted company research. Let's unpin this data. Go on to the canvas. After unpinning this data, run this again. Let's see if it works or not. And this time, if it doesn't work, then I will be running the whole workflow. Yeah, it's not working. It's saying that. Let's see what is the exact error, what is the exact issue here. Let's try one thing. Instead of giving it as a string, let's give an object here. Here, instead of JSON stringify, use the JSON parse. Test this step. This is the JSON object. Run this step. Can't determine which item goes. Let's do one thing. Add one more node to stringify this data and pass that stringified data here. So formatted data. So here is the formatted company research. Add one node, that is the code. In the code, remove the sub. In the company's data, just get this. Take this company's data. Return an object with the company research, and inside that we will be using this company's data and returning its string. So we will be using just JSON.parse and using this. So it will give us the stringify. It should give us the stringified object. So it is saying that object of object is not a valid JSON. Oh, it's an object of objects. Yeah, it's an object of object. Yeah, right. So now what we need to do, let's do one thing. Just remove this code node. So now we will be passing the direct data which we got from that API endpoint. So for that, go on to our this prompt. In the expressions, remove this format research company. So actually it is having the data in a different format, but we need the data in a different format. So we will be directly giving this content here. And now test this step. Yeah, it is taking some time, but at this time it should work. Now it is showing the error for this. Oh, why it is showing error now? Can't determine which item to use. Let's okay, let's do one thing. Go into this Perplexity node. After that, just add one edit variable node. Let's take that data. So edit fields, inform the content. Paste it here. Paste the contents here. Here give the name as the company content. Company underscore content is the step. Let's in this data. So now just give this edit fields and data, that is the company content, to our node. What is happening to this? Yeah, on the company analysis, In the expression, open this. Here, just remove this content node. Use edit fields variable company content. Now test this step. It is showing the error in the formatted company research. What key error here? What is the error here? First, okay. So input dot first. So for this input has changed. Keep the input as company content here. So now it should work. Yeah. Test this type. Let's unpin all the data and test it away. Test workflow. Let's do one thing before that. Unpin all the data. Okay, instead of unpinning all the data, just unpin some of the data. Like this edit field. So yeah. Test workflow. And the test workflow over the LinkedIn URL. So this was our LinkedIn URL. Edit the LinkedIn URL now. Form has been submitted. Close this. So after closing this, now this workflow should run. Now it's running. So still it is showing the error for this node. So what is the issue here? Let's see. It is saying that this edit field variable can't determine which item to use. Why it's not able to determine? Pop. Now it has the data as this step. Yeah. So actually the problem was that it is considering the it as a JSON object of object instead of considering it as a JSON string. So this prompt was expecting a string which is having all this information, but it was not having all that information. That's why it was failing to give us the result. So what I have done, I have just added one code node. Inside the code node, I have just used our JSON stringify function, and inside that we have just passed the original content which was we got from the API. So that was it. So now we got the data here. So let's pin this data and pin this data also. So now we need to concatenate this and create one proper HTML. So just select the HTML here, type HTML, generate HTML template. Then inside here, we have to tag here in the container. We have multiple tags, that is the h1, h2, and the paragraph. So I'm adding one div tag. Inside the div tag, I'm adding OpenAI's content. So it is the research related to the our what we can say our persona, that is a person. Then after that we need to add the details of the company. So details of the company, for that we will be using the output of the previous node, that is the company analysis plus pain points. So add it here. Now let's check the HTML as the step. So here you can see that we got the HTML. So in the HTML, its profile photo, the name, and all the information which was required is present here. Short profile description, unique facts, keen interest, acquire.com report, company overview, market position, company competitors, and all the details which we said it to provide us. So these are the some kind of AI automation opportunities that it has given us, that is the AI driven matchmaking, process automation like utilizing AI to automate due diligence and streamline negotiations. Then enhancing listing curation, deploy AI tools to analyze and prioritize listing and ensuring users are presented with the most relevant and high potential startups, right? And automated customer support, buyers qualification, that kind of AI automations we can provide to this SaaS business. So it has given us these suggestions. Then the pain points are fragmented and complex startup acquisition market, slow acquisition process affecting the transaction speed, overloaded listing requiring enhanced curation, operational inefficiencies in customer support and subscription management, ensuring the presence of serious and diverse buyers beyond SaaS and high MRR. So this was the business pain points. Then the known issues are difficulty in cancelling the subscriptions, poor responsiveness from customer support, then the perceptions of platform being a scam due to unresolved issues. So all this information it has provided. So now let's do one thing, send this data in the email. So for that, just add one Gmail node. The Gmail node and get send a message. In send a message, Here we can assign a proper lead or proper person to it. I'm just selecting my name, my email ID here, anand@automis.com. Send. Customer report. Customer report. And here I am passing the customer name. Instead of customer, lead research report. And who is that lead? And NTU Carnegie, NTU gas ticket. So let's fetch the data from let's go to find where is his name? Let's fetch it from here only. Use profile string consumer. Here is the author name, not the author name. In the company data, company name, leadership team. From the leadership, if you can select the name. I will type is HTML. And data is from this HTML. Message is this one. Yeah. Now let's test this step and first add options, append n8n attribution, mark it as a false. Let's test this. It is showing the error for this. Okay, actually now let's find the problem of this. Formatted company research node. Okay, go on to the formatted company research node. Let's see its output. Formatted company research. So in the formatted company research, we need to fetch the items. It is the matching item that one used to produce. Item of 0. Okay, let's do one thing. Remove this first. Okay. Dot first dot JSON dot company data dot company name first and give the space and in the braces give the person's name. What is the person's name? Customer company name. Remove this company name. Company data dot company data company data dot leadership team leadership underscore team dot at 0 name dot name. Now let's test it. Yeah, it is saying that provide the authorization token. Okay, select this, reconnect it. So now I am reconnecting this. So it all continue. So yeah, now it has connected. Now let's test this step. So data has been sent. Go on to our email and let's check. Change our So here you can see that the subject is lead research report aqua.com and hit CEO name, and inside that you can see all the all the information related to that person in a specific formatted report, and you can use this report to add the report into the CRM so that it can be visible there also, and you can send the details report to a particular user like we have sent it this. So here is the short profile description. Is a seasoned entrepreneur based in San Francisco with a rich background in building and scaling successful companies. What is the unique facts about him? Founded a successfully exited 2 companies. Then the 30 under 30. Then the key interests are innovations in startup acquisition and marketplace dynamics, blockchain technologies, entrepreneurship and scaling high growth technology companies, emerging trends in SaaS and software development industries. Then the report about the company, that is the company overview, market position, competitors, key competitors, who are the key competitors, the recent news rebranding from the micro acquire to aqua.com. Then the what are the tech stacks, means they are using the Slack integration for the acquisition notification, escrow.com for secure transaction handling, and in-platform tools for letters of intents. Then the known issues that difficult in cancelling subscription, poor responsiveness, and all this information we got in a proper research reported format. We can use this so that our sales will be increased. So thank you. That was it for this today's tutorial. If you like it, then share it, subscribe it. Thank you.